care of, Hetty. I know I can trust you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
Eileen!
Hi there.
Auto destruction.
Keep dancing, babies!
You have
Keep dancing,
8
babies!
minutes left. Evacuate
Ah.
the Paradoxal Center immediately. Take the nearest evacuation puddle of Velie.
It's conga time, babies! Ho ho ho, conga! Ah! Thank you! Go! Heavy is credit to conga line!
Ooh, that's interesting. Oh no! My big sheet of metal has fallen through.
I am here.
Thank you! Ho, ho,
Should we start
conga.
recording?
Already got OBS recorded. Feel free to.
Oh, well, you started, so you can finish it. I don't think there's any point of having two people recording the same
thanks.
session.
No. Unless I die.
No! That would be quite unfortunate.
Loaded my version Deathrun Redux. Sort of testing that at the same time.
Wait, what? We're running your version of?
Correct.
What did you add?
Well, I changed the text so it's not black anymore, so you can actually read what it says. That is the
You have 4
text that the
minutes left.
plugin does, you know.
Evacuate immediately with the nearest evacuation puddle available.
Wait, so who did the voice acting?
Not sure.
Is it Velie himself? Possibly.
Do we have the change log for this version?
I don't think so, no. Velie is trying to join.
That's quite.
Oh. Okay.
But I presume they haven't deleted the map from the...
understand.
You fail!
Seems they're not able to join.
Oh, what? That doesn't sound good. What could be impeding his
Heavy,
arrival?
got a contract for you.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh, that's cool.
1.
It's like there's like a DV in brackets. Is that
Yeah.
a nod to our server? Possibly.
Yeah, it's
Auto destruction
Death
fully
Ventures.
engaged.
Amazing.
8 minutes
Not
left.
supposed to repeat itself though,
Evacuate the Paradoxal Center immediately.
but
Take
that's
the
because
You're like our own.
title of Velie.
God damn it.
nice try.
It's unfortunate.
Victory.
I was trying to like debate the doors, but nope. The door. This might be just me, but I think the
4, 3,
made by Velie thing at spawn should have like a
begin.
screen effect on it. This
Yeah.
thing.
Victory.
It just looks like well actually it might have a screen texture already. It was just so unnoticeable.
When you go away from it, you can see kind of lines on it, but I don't know if that's due to the texture filtering,
5,
the
4,
genuine.
3, 2, 1.
It'd certainly do with a
Fight
like
to the
a
death.
static noise thing over it or something.
Auto destruction fully engaged. You have 8 minutes left. Evacuate the Paradoxal Center immediately. Take the nearest evacuation puddle of Velie.
Victory.
Reptilianic.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight to the death.
Hide, cowards!
Auto destruction fully engaged. You have 8 minutes left. Evacuate the Paradoxal Center immediately. Take the nearest evacuation puddle of
Victory.
Velie.
Ah, welcome.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight.
Right, coward! Keep dancing, babies! Keep
Auto
dancing, babies!
destruction fully engaged. You have 8 minutes left. Evacuate the Paradoxal Center immediately. Take the nearest evacuation puddle of Velie.
I like that, it's cool. Down. Right, the lighting in it as well. Oh, it isn't. That being. R60D was here, now he's gone. the low frame rates here. I've noticed I'm running a bit more slowly than normal. As testing in modifications to the Deathrun, where class run speed is not restricted, changed, the runners in.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Take that!
Blue screen.
Blue screened.
Yeah, that's rare. I haven't seen those in a long time.
At the end of days.
Oh, oh. It's a bad omen.
Doctor!
So, Velie, do you have the change log? I would like to read this, because I'm not sure what the... Oh, you're making... Oh, I see.
We have some water here, some acidy water. Bit strange that
Wait.
over here the reflective glass over there, it's all dodgy.
You have 4 minutes left.
I
Evacuate
think that might be a bug.
immediately.
Because
Oh,
of-
did-
The nearest evacuation
Did
tunnel
Velie, like, record those voice lines himself?
don't know.
Ah!
Oh, it's like a synthesizer.
Reminds me a little bit of Bioshock.
It does. The jingle at the beginning. That at least.
Like everything's fine. Ah, shit.
Failed.
When you land, you just die.
Welcome to your death. And a happy jingle plays.
Hey, Heavy, it's Pauling. You're the only one I trust for this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm still getting the looping sound thing. It's a bit annoying. Like over, not looping. Like two sounds playing on top of each other.
What is the sound?
8 minutes left.
It's the
Paradoxal center.
the elevator music thing, you
Take
know?
the nearest evacuation tunnel.
Is that because you were spectating previously and now you're in a team?
It might be.
You guys get like frame rate lag in this corridor mode.
Really, I'm not noticing actually anything.
Strange.
Man, I'm so excited to get the VR in TF2. I just gotta set up the thing first.
Wrap things?
Grab. No. Oh, graph. Net graph 1, 2, 3. But you have to have SV cheats. I think so. Oh no, yeah, that was something else then.
Tell you what, I think
Is it just me or is the same song driving me insane?
I don't hear any song.
Oh, yeah, it's... Okay, never mind then. Just
Have an
bugged.
orphaned sound.
Yeah, the elevator song is looping for me.
Sounds like could be the ambient generic is not configured properly.
You know the definition of insanity?
Yes, it's
Listening to something over and over and over again, expecting it to change. I wish Bonbon did like playtesting sessions with us, but nope. Only private.
Yeah.
I guess he just likes it like that. But there is a danger in doing that because you're only seeing the work from your own perspective. That could lead you to do something not good.
You have 4 minutes left. Evacuate immediately with the nearest evacuation puddle available.
wow, a whole 4 minutes left. Ooh,
Wow, this is the new and fancy.
corridor. Pretty cool. Although having a black room at the end, and a white tunnel seems a bit weird. Like, why not just have a twisty tunnel with the white at the end?
True, yeah. I guess it's a bit weird, but
You could even go for an end
actually I don't
light
know, it
glare.
might be a preference thing.
Whoa, we're not finished. Oh. Soon.
But there's something cool.
Yay.
Damn. I wish there was like cube maps on the floor, but nope.
Try playing as a heavy,
Pauling here. Let's keep this job confidential.
5,
if you dare.
Heavy weapons guy.
1. Fight to the death.
Auto destruction fully engaged. You have 8 minutes left. Evacuate the Paradoxal Center immediately.
Fuck you.
Take the nearest evacuation puddle.
I feel like we should be seeing more evidence of the place sort of going through self-destruct, closing down or failing or whatever. It's all pretty quiet. It's like, oh, We're about to be destroyed. Never mind, let's just stroll safely the exit.
I actually like it. You know, it's like you're gonna die, but still have fun. But there's nothing to be worried about.
Oh, sorry. It's not particularly hazardous. Perhaps the frequency of the messages is just too long to be of any notice. We reached the exit right as said we had 4 minutes left. So a long, you know, maybe the round time of 8 minutes is
It's not possible.
not really a threat if it
Yet.
happens. Get close to it.
Good shot.
Find you're waiting the full 8 minutes just to see what happened. Then you're stalling. Not the purpose.
I think the map explodes at 8 minutes.
Yeah. But the only way you're going to get there is if you wait for it, I think.
Does the screen fade to white or something like that? Nice. Just like in Fallout.
I'm going to trigger this trap now. You may notice this large dynamic shadow floor.
Oh, true. That's pretty interesting.
Okay!
Wait, what?
It kills you apparently.
That was so unexpected.
Dangerous metal.
I didn't even see the metal. I was like, oh, there's some dark stuff. But nope.
Very dark.
It's death. It's made of, I don't know. What's the thing from Stargate that gives you like cancer if you touch it?
I don't know.
It was some metal, or it was the fucking main metal. Like all the reactors and shit were made out of
Aquada.
stuff. Naquada, yeah, that's the stuff. It's a Naquada block. That's why it killed me. There's an explanation for everything.
Do you feel the fact that you are now a normal speed heavy?
8 minutes left.
Rich and me are going to be.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's pretty neat.
First evacuation.
I'm slow and fat.
Cornish game head.
Wait, is it even possible to beat certain maps with heavy speed?
The Cornish game head.
Well, I mean, you can beat Steamworks Extreme as a heavy.
What
Yeah,
do
but
they
like, is it
expect?
compatible with like all the Deathrun maps?
I'm not entirely sure.
At least the ones we have.
I really can't think. Fuck.
So is it like the heavy speed is this for all of the maps, or is it just an opt-in thing?
No, it's I just took off the speed limiter or maximum speed
Oh, I see.
thingy. Normally what it does is it sets the maximum speed for every player that is alive on every game frame, which is a bit sort of inefficient. I just disabled that except for the scouts on red team.
Oh, I see.
So the classes are now their normal speed, the normal maximum speed, so spies and medics are 320, plenty above the normal default speed of heavy soldiers, demos, etc. slower selves. I put scouts at 320. Speed of the activator is still 400 flat, regardless of class.
Wait, what's the normal speed of Scout then? It's 3 to 20 here.
I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's something like 350.
Because I know for a fact that if you can go as Scout speed, you can skip certain traps on certain maps completely.
Well, it's not as fast as that, thankfully. It's still only the maximum speed of the medic and spy of 320. I put in.
Oh, it's not that fast then.
No, I made sure that there was an if statement in there. If client is connected and alive, red team scouts.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Like, does it save performance doing it this way?
I believe so. I don't think their performance was really impactful, but I don't really know.
Well, it's a lot of if you have like a full server, it might.
True, it
it's a
probably
lot of,
scales
like,
with enough players.
Updating.
Yeah, every game frame set in maximum.
Yeah,
This is a
imagine
property
having
of it.
32 players.
The maximum speed. I think that also applies to.
Oh, you can't.
Hold on.
You can't pixel surf anymore. You fixed it, you bad lad.
When I'm spectating spawn, actually I don't know why, but I was spectating you, and then when you died, my spectator camera switched to spawn, and I was spectating from the back here, sort of in the air, just in front of the doors, and I was looking at the exit doors to spawn, and I could see the void.
Auto destruction fully engaged.
What was the command for like removing the looping sounds? It's I'm gonna go crazy.
SND_restart.
Take the nearest
Oh right, yeah, now I remember.
But
Oh, thanks.
What we need to find out is the elevator music an MP3 or WAV file? Did it have looping? And what should the generic setting be to prevent it from?
Wait, wait, how does it? It's not a soundscape? I thought it was a soundscape. If it's a loop, then it has to be a WAV.
Don't think it is a soundscape. No, able to silence it when the announcement comes on about the self-destructs.
So it's like a global thing. It plays. Oh no, it's fuck. I don't know.
No, it's just in spawn, but the spectator camera, I think, focused on the Velie sign at the start.
Hard work.
Oh, so when you're spectating, it like plays it to that player directly.
I think the sound file is probably just in the spawn room. So if you're spectating that, but I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, without decompiling the map myself.
Thank you.
I think you made the map. Of course you would know. I'm about now.
Plus, now that we've had that music, we can't put this video on YouTube. Hooray!
Well, you can, but you won't get in money from it.
Oh, I uploaded the video of this map with the same music file. It's be shown anywhere.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it gets copy strike, because the only thing that's affected is monetization.
Yeah, but it said this
You're
video
not
will
gonna
not
get
be
in trouble.
available in the following countries, and that was United States and
Oh, really?
territories.
Did it actually? I didn't read that
Hey, man,
part.
calling here.
Well, it did for me anyway.
5,
So I had to replace it.
Pretty stupid.
3, 2, 1.
So what were these countries?
It was United States and all territories.
Really?
Yeah, I posted an image of it.
Auto
It's
destruction
weird.
fully engaged.
I like the fact that you've made this
You have 8 minutes
image
left.
here,
If occupying
no
the
decal, so people
Paradoxal
can't
Center
spray on it.
immediately. Take
The question is,
nearest
did you also
evacuation
put in
tunnel
the no LOD flag in the VTF so that people with low texture quality would be able to should be able to put map pick mip.
Is it just me or does it get a bit blurry when you get close? The text border gets a bit blurry if you get too close to the text.
Well,
Like,
it's
when you have
anti-aliased.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's got it. Well, I don't know if it's got any kind of texture filtering, but when you go
It
out,
feels like a compressed JPEG.
see the
That's the feeling I get.
horizontal scan line, sort of going into the something effect.
I
What?
think the anti-aliasing is like fucking up the scan lines. Oh no, that's bad. You should make the texture in that format instead. You have like weird sized textures and you start resizing them in afterwards, you get, I don't know, the pixels start fucking up. It won't be as sharp, that's what I'm trying to tell you. But anyways, let's continue.
I put map pick mip. Quality of the texture was unaffected, so it looks like they did. Or in fact, the material has no mip maps. One way to find out.
MIP map, what does that even stand for? Is it an acronym or something? Or I don't know. What's the correct term for it?
Many thanks! Take that!
Well, that's interesting. You can see where the trap starts. In the actual concrete. What? Why me?
Is there an equivalent of picker with this trigger thingy?
Surprise!
Weird, I seem to be getting lag in this area and I don't know what it is. I thought it might be the dynamic light
You have
The light with the
4
style here.
minutes left. Evacuate immediately.
Surplus battery
with
thing.
the nearest
I'm not sure.
evacuation puddle available.
Were the maps, were they end stripped? I don't remember.
This one is, yeah.
Guten Tag.
Why did you hide your credits image? Materials folder.
50 megabytes of sound files.
You have 2 minutes left. Evacuate.
I mean, in the actual maps files. Can't find it in the materials file.
Evacuation puddle.
Oh, it's in metal. Materials metal. That's interesting.
1 minute. Slow.
Explosion.
I can save about 40 megabytes just by compressing the sounds and materials.
That's a lot.
It's impressive. Yeah.
Medic, it's Pauling. I've got something
Just
I wanted
by
to
like
look at.
reducing the super high res textures like in half. So just enough that you can't really tell the difference. And then turning all the stereo sounds into mono, because I actually can't really see the difference there either. Let's say 40 megabytes, that's insane.
The Paradoxal Center.
It would make this map 80 megabytes. That's not bad actually.
130 megabytes repacked it is.
Oh, then it's gonna be a bit less. Yeah. But just telling you, really, you can improve it without compromising quality. Because some of these models, they're using super high-res textures, and I think it's a bit of a waste considering. Yeah, pretty much. Well, the easiest way is to just convert stereo to mono, because you really won't notice such a change in game. At least I don't.
Oh, I
The
suppose
trick is
so.
to keep the trick is to keep the quality like just good enough that you won't notice it. Like there is no need to have so much detail on things that's not even the main focus. At least that's my philosophy on map size optimization.
It's good to provide a variety of music, I suppose, but when you're sacrificing file space, making it take longer for people to download them, just for some music that's going to get played very occasionally.
I mean, I've seen the download speeds of some like randos, and it's not usually that good. It's around 10 to 20 megabits per second usually, and time it takes to download like 120 megabyte map is so long that most of the time the person leaves before they ever get to play the map. That's why I have such a strong opinion on optimizing map sizes.
Surprise! Thank you!
Because you know it can even like clear out the server if the map's too big. Because then the fast DL will have problems keeping up.
Danke!
Oh yeah, this metal, when you touch it, you get killed by it for some.
It's a bit of Nakwada. That's my explanation for it. See?
Sure.
Nakwada.
It's also very, very dark. I'm guessing it's a brush, and because it's in the ceiling, it receives no light.
Oh, cool. You could make it like a no unlit. That's ugly. Fuck. What could you do there?
Best thing to do is
I mean, you can't.
light it up somewhere else, map, and then just teleport it there.
Yeah, but won't it look like lit up when it's in the ceiling as well?
Well, you only need to illuminate the bottom, as it is at the moment.
Oh, true, yeah, you can just like put light on the top.
Yeah, so maybe copy the lighting. Say copy or move the brush and copy the lighting. Keep them in the same place and the same style, and put them into a special room in the map, protected with no drawer or something, and then duplicate the light entity on the top of the. But keep them the same distance.
That's usually done with like elevators, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be. And then when at the start of the map,
I use it for that.
at the start of the map, you just put a point teleport a room where it's supposed to teleport the brush. But with elevators, they're track train. They'll teleport to the first path track at the start of a map. So
yeah,
have them
I think they were
illuminated.
supposed to like do that. Yeah.
See something through a wall.
A safe lab is a safe employee.
See someone.
This is like the best. Best thing on the map currently. JK.
Ah ha ha ha! Fuck you!
Wait, are you stuck?
I can get out if I want to. It's probably not the fact that it's a trigger. It's the fact that my I'm being trapped in between. And there's no blocking damage on this door.
Ow! A spy!
This could make for some fun secrets, actually. Imagine having something super secret here.
Yeah, that'd be clever. You'd think, you know, you wouldn't even think to go behind a trap. But when you do, you know, aha, I have to
Yeah.
this pill.
I like the glitch effect on the announcements. Gives it some character.
There's that! Boom!
So I just put the triggers on, and I couldn't see a trigger there. Maybe it just didn't get compiled. But you don't need to use triggers if you just give your moving brushes, whether it be a funk door or a move linear, just give it blocking damage. I like to force closed. Then if people get blocked by it or try to block it, then they'll take damage from it.
Thank you!
I'm making a note of things to check and fix, so I'll pop that in the note.
Oh right, now I remember. You made this shorter. It was super long before. Wait, what's this trigger? Is it supposed to be a push?
Probably, yeah. Suppose that's like the map secrets, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It does make sense.
But there's this thing where it's like where you have an audience that never sees you. The metal shutter or curtain never raised.
We're running out of time.
I think we're already screwed.
I don't wanna die, Warmat. I have so much to live for, you know?
The voiceovers alone aren't really enough. They don't really make you feel like you've got a feeling of dread. And when the final countdown happens, it's somewhat of a surprise. Maybe you should have the siren, the wailing siren, start earlier, like a minute to go or something.
Medic, Pauling here.
Wait, it plays after the explosion? How does that work?
No, the klaxon does. Yeah, I guess that's maybe a nuclear detection.
But isn't it supposed to play like... I don't know, actually.
Auto destruction fully engaged. You have 8 minutes left. Evacuate the Paradoxal Center immediately. Take the nearest evacuation puddle of Velie.
Be interesting to see what this place is for. We don't spend any time in the actual Paradoxal Center. We escape it, or we get out of it, and then we're going through like streets and stuff. Unless I'm just completely confused about like a fake town or something.
Is it just me, or does this area need some like high tower skyboxes?
High tower skyboxes?
Fuck no. I mean like skyscrapers in the skybox, no? It feels a bit empty, you know?
Perhaps, yeah.
There's like nothing currently. It feels like it's like a single building, like, or like a complex in the middle of nowhere.
Well, it could be, couldn't it? Yeah, secret.
It could be, yeah, that's the point, but... Yeah, I guess it... Well... fuck. It's actually hard to know what's supposed to be and what's supposed to be. It's a conundrum.
Oh, so I discovered that you go and touch the vents, you don't actually have to damage it. Break it off. That will save you a bit of...
Which one?
The one you just gone through.
The SCP one?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Someone was asking. Yeah, I think I'm working on that. I mean, I was working on it last week, so yeah, I just haven't substantial after the door thing. But yes, I am working on it.
Did you make the fire extinguisher there non-solid?
What?
Haha!
How
Congratulations.
did he die?
Love to jump.
I think he was just standing there. Do not touch. I like low-key want the metal thing to glow when it drops, to like show the fact that it kills you. Like a spooky metal. Ooh.
Who wants to
What
die?
happens if you stand on this? Does it like push you in? Or okay, yeah, it kills you.
Thanks very much for sacrificing your...
Victory.
That was easy.
Yeah, I actually wanted to test that. I think previously it just like froze you or something. Maybe that was the roof with shitty clipping or something. No idea.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, it feels so good to know that tomorrow there's no work. It's the beginning of the week.
Auto destruction fully engaged. You have 8 minutes left. Evacuate the Paradoxal Center immediately. Take the nearest evacuation pipeline.
Actually, I think you could compress it a lot more than 40 megabytes if you just like took the VTFs, the really big ones, like 5 megabyte VTFs, and you like reduced the texture quality from 2048 by 2048 to something like 1048 or 1024. That could like reduce it significantly. And if you do the same thing for all the big textures, you could get like super size. No, there were some really big ones. It was like a shark train thing that had the like biggest texture quality of like 2048 or something.
I noticed that the material here, the black stripe material at the edge of the door for the elevator, is actually a transparent material.
Oh really?
Not black.
How did you notice that?
Because I was in the elevator thinking that my conga would go through the other side, and realising I had to turn around. So I lined myself up to conga out the door, and I noticed I could see the road through the gap in the door, and I thought, hang on, there's not supposed to be a gap.
Well, that's an easy fix. You could just make it remove the thing from the VMT, I guess. Or is it like a built-in texture in TF2?
So has this trap already been triggered then? There's road.
It's a bit strange that the road like ends abruptly at the trap thing.
Shouldn't even
It
be a
just
road.
like cuts off.
Because it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, I don't think there should be.
Just an elevator and then a road. And there's even cars. But then again, maybe they're just for show, I don't.
I mean, there is this, like, garage-looking thing at the first trap. So maybe that's, like, where the cars came from, maybe? This is
That's
like
right.
some weird...
Cars spawn in garages. Come out of the doors.
That's how it works, right? Yeah, if you think about it too much, it doesn't make any sense, but I don't think you're not... I think you're not supposed to think about it like that far.
Probably not.
Yeah, just like you said, it's aesthetics. Aesthetics!
Put teleport here.
Anyways,
Yes.
a small nitpick, but I think this spooky floating platform should have like a ooh sound effect or something. Maybe I would think there would be something like
You have 4 minutes left.
it's a bit spooky when there's a
Evacuate
floating thing.
immediately with the nearest evacuation puddle available.
Jesus, 100 traps. I think
I'm
that
going
would
to
like
saw through your
you would see the same trap mechanics like repeat themselves if you made that many traps.
Jawohl.
Randomly selected.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you could do that. Like I did something like with my map by having two to three different versions of a trap on each round, and they were randomly selected. It's actually pretty good because like the map got more playability or replayability on every round because you would never know like what trap would be next.
Was it? You had an idea about a skyscraper with an elevator?
You have 2 minutes left. Evacuate immediately with the nearest evacuation puddle available.
Good game. Nice try. There's a door at bottom left there, but I don't know how you get in it. I found a banana earlier on. I mean, I decompiled the map, so I knew it was there. No, I didn't decompile. I borrowed Velie's VMF when we were trying to find out what the problem was. And I noticed the button just seems to spawn a banana, which is fun.
You have
Imagine a Deathrun map that's like a tower. Each floor of this huge tower had a separate trap. And the elevator would like send you randomly to each floor, and after a certain amount of floors, it would, I don't know, do something boss fight or whatever happens at the end of the map usually. Imagine that.
Yeah, I saved our lives.
Does that actually save anything? I just lost, but the sirens are still going.
presume it's about escape.
Hey Doc, calling. Got a live one for you.
Oh, but
Gesundheit!
or do you escape into some like
Auto
portal or
destruction
something?
fully engaged.
Well, I guess you do. It's like a white
Minutes left.
thing.
Evacuate the Paradoxal Center
Let's do
immediately.
this!
Take the nearest evacuation point of
Well, I mean, the object of the game is not to disable the self-destruct, is it? It's to escape the facility. You know? So, making it stop at the end doesn't make sense. Unless zap people off to a minigame somewhere, in which case, yeah, it makes no sense for them to still hear the noises. Place getting exploded.
Wait, is Velie actually planning on adding like mini stuff? Nice, yeah. The question is, are you gonna try to make something like really new, like not like some ending or mini game that's not on any map, or are you gonna use like 9 square, spinner, or whatever, whatever usually Deathrun maps use at the end?
Oh, it's on!
Wizard surprise! We're testing the traps, but I think a lot of things.
Are you gonna upload the video to YouTube, or are you thinking of something else?
Well, yes,
The
I will,
copyright.
but I'm gonna have to modify it to special music.
Oh, Sony Vegas time, I guess.
It now, staying here.
Boys only. Is that a secret?
Can't get out now. Screwed.
Wait. Oh. Wait, we got soft locked. What have you done, Warmat? You killed us all.
I'm not even winded.
How are we supposed to escape? What's Velie working on? His new map? This is all the documents and planning. Ah, I see. Yes. It's all laser sound.
Like a laser gun, isn't it?
Warmat replaced the when you select like a map in RTV or it plays like pew instead of a boop. Usually. I actually think it's pretty unique and makes the server a bit more.
Thank you.
Did it because of that, but I also think that the original sounds,
4 minutes left.
they don't make the menus feel very responsive.
The nearest evacuation puddle available.
Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, predictable.
If you press a button and it goes jibba 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 like that, sometimes I think, is this menu lagging? But with a nice clean sound effect that goes pew 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 every time I press a button. Then
Yeah, it feels responsive when you have like a
but you know you're not
obvious
getting
sound.
menu lag. Sound feedback.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Wow.
Wow. We need to get that sound. Where is it from?
It's from... Oh, fuck, I forgot the actor. Shit. I've been using his WoW for like years.
I'd like to make like a
If
death
you Google it, I'm
experiment
sure you'll
repository
find
of sounds, images, things where like a template. Yeah. Wow, and loads of money and things. I feel like this is a trap, to be honest. Oh no.
I don't know why it bothers me so much, but I so want this checkerboard texture to have like a normal map. You know, like a little bit of shine, you know, to give it some...
It looks too painted. The
Yeah, it looks like paint. Doesn't feel like those, you know, like diner floors or whatever they're called.
oh well.
You have 2
I can give you one, Velie. I can give you a normal map for this texture. I have a thing that makes normal maps. Okay, you know, that's cool.
Why not go one
I mean,
step
you
further?
don't have to do it.
Make it a
just-
static prop and give it a thong. Ooh.
Oh,
Shiny thong.
Look at me! Look at me!
I mean, the reason why I even brought that up because the window that has a normal map. I mean, it has a cube map. See the glorious shine.
I see you, mongrel. I see you, mate.
Alright, mate.
I see you, mate.
You have
I see you are also a fan of purple.
Wait, what's outside the window? I never saw anything. Is there something? Or is it just emptiness? Oh, that's scary. Like, how high are we?
I am here.
It's like we're in a blimp or something.
Alright, I feel
Flying
good.
ship.
I see you, mate.
Oh shit. Let's see if what happens when you press it just before the countdown finishes.
Oh, true.
You just have to go into the elevator to do it.
Wait, does the instant win just like activate the win condition, nothing else? So it would still kill you. I mean the nuke thing.
Yay! We escaped and died.
No, we actually, you didn't die. So it actually did something else. It disabled the trigger earth, I think.
Medic, calling here.
I mean, if you want to do some really fancy player killing, you could just target player and give him minus 1000 health. I mean, that would kill anyone, I think.
fully engaged.
Not necessarily, no.
You have 8 minutes left. Evacuate the Paradoxal.
Apparently, spies using the dead ringer,
Nearest evacuation
the
puddle
bonk
of
scouts
Velie.
can
Oh, true, yeah.
they will avoid death from set health.
Oh, they do work. Wait, can you rocket jump then? Or you can? Or you can't?
No, I believe we have self-damage disabled.
Okay, good. Yeah, because rocket jumps super OP.
Oh no.
No! I'm scared.
Imagine being able to rocket jump in a map and actual part of the map to get around.
Yeah, I wish you could enable weapons from the map itself. To have those, you know, those moments.
Like you could have a map where you send the soldier across a big gap, or to climb up a wall using rockets, in order to press a button to lower.
Victory.
But wouldn't that be too hard though? Like, I don't know if people know like real rocket jumping.
Well, you
Like
wouldn't make
wall
it
climbing,
something that
yeah.
you have to do, because not everyone would want to be a soldier. So you'd make it optional.
Oh, that's interesting.
You could do it as an alternative route through a map to make things more interesting. Give people a bit of
Yeah, come
minutes
get
left.
some, you
challenge, I guess.
Evacuate the Paradoxal
Or you
Center
could
immediately.
make
Take the
like a
nearest
shortcut, you know?
evacuation tunnel available.
Right, yeah, you could have class-specific shortcuts. Like if you have a scout that can double jump, you could make something only a scout could skip, or
The only thing is, you would have people, if you made a map which is basically very long Deathrun map, and lots of shortcuts that triggered by people with certain classes and abilities, then you might have a game where people require you to go certain classes, or maybe, oh, this map is on.
true, yeah.
There's only 5 players on, well, I'm going to leave, stuff like that. Tricky, you'd have to manage.
Well, you could use logic to disable like stuff, depending on the player count, to make it more fair for those players.
Take that!
Medic? In healing people, like in the final
I
boss.
think you can heal at the boss fight if you're a medic.
Great. I would like to give medics things to do. Like, imagine where you had a trap, an area where you're taking constant damage. But if you had a medic, just heal the damage up.
Wait, this light bulb is a little bit weird. Appears to be on, but it's not lighting anything.
That's true, yeah.
What does it mean?
The skin must be
Yeah, it should be 0. Or maybe it's a super dim light.
Also, this sign doesn't really make sense. Why would you have a sign telling you there's laser in the corridor you just come out of?
I mean,
Storage corridor. But, yeah. You could put danger
you could,
laser
like,
beam
think that
here.
it's like,
So as you came through the door, you'd see the sign on the wall opposite.
maybe it's like ironic or something. Like, oh, laser beam. A joke, or yeah.
And then if you came out this
You could
room
interpret it many ways.
and you saw the laser beam sign on the opposite, then you still wonder about the fact that. But if you ignored that sign, peril was. Whatever, it doesn't.
Yeah, I think it's a bit like. Why does this fire extinguisher exist? What purpose does it serve?
Put out the fire, obviously.
There's no.
Oh, GG.
But there is no fire. There is no fire.
Yeah, well, there might be a fire. Better be safe than sorry.
No, I think there should only be fire extinguisher. Fire. Wow. Predict these
Wow.
things.
Quick, there's a fire. Go and buy a load of fire extinguishers.
Exactly. So wait,
Spit.
So there are like 4 areas. There's like the elevator area in the beginning. Then there's the outside area. Then we go back inside through some vents to some lab laser
You have
place.
4 minutes left.
And then we go to some weird wooden shack
With
thing.
the nearest
And
evacuation.
then
tunnel
we're again at a
available.
laboratory. Quite interesting. theme changes constantly. I guess that's the point of the map. It's a paradox.
Do you actually plan to make these elevators work properly? Rather than just walking into an elevator and then teleporting into another elevator?
It kind of gives me that Stanley Parable feeling when the map corrupts. Like there are stuff in places that are not supposed to be. It's a bit weird. I never know like how to like drop the character, the fucking letter in the. How does it drop or why does it drop?
Well, you can use the elevators as a kind of anti-rush, not anti-rush, well yeah, anti-rush device, and also as a way to get the players to bunch up again. What you'll find in Deathrun maps is that players will spread out naturally. You'll have a bunch of players right at the back of the map, you'll have players right at the front. They're all over the place, so it makes it more difficult for the activator to keep an eye on them. But if you have things which slow players down, it will keep them together a bit more. So let's say you had an elevator, then you could go in the elevator and it would do the same kind of things. It does spawn, well, have X amount of seconds to get in there, whatever. And if you don't get in the elevator, then again it could be exploited. You could just have the elevator moving backwards and forwards.
Victory.
Like have the doors, when somebody gets in the elevator, the doors close a few seconds later, then they're teleported to another elevator and then the doors open, and then just have those elevators on like a repeating cycle.
Heavy, it's
So that
falling.
people-
I'm cashing in a favor on this one.
5, 4, 3, 2,
The elevators are closing.
begin.
Here I come!
Wait, have we checked every single trap and all the stuff?
You have 8 minutes left.
Well, we haven't died to every trap, no.
Immediately. Take the nearest evacuation pipeline.
Should we like test
Can
the
do.
things we haven't died to yet?
Are there any traps that need testing, Velie?
I mean, we have tried to almost all of the traps.
The only one I think that might need testing that we haven't done is the one after the massive window, where you go in and you stand on the floor and you get sucked into a box, and then supposed to be laughed at by dancing demo men or something.
We haven't checked. We have not checked the trap. Oh, that's interesting. The whip that the soldier has is actually speeds you up. Nice mechanic.
Oh my god, you guys, don't exploit.
Is the thing like normally like disabled? Whipping.
Or Velie.
The whipping book.
Wow, look at that heavy go.
I see spy!
Is there? I mean, are you like? Do you have that Ricardo what's his face hat on, and you're whipping somebody?
True.
Is that intentional?
I think that's the. I think that's the thing.
Need more sexy clothes, I think.
Yeah, he needs the thong. I don't think that's a thing.
You are going to die for this trap, so I will not activate it. Unfair.
Yes, you're right.
Very big
To test the
attachment.
map. The fuck. We need to test the demo thing. He changed.
I will not trap for you. Wizard
I mean,
surprise!
this was fixed, I think.
Well, we didn't do the train. I'll just trigger the train whilst.
I wanted to see if you could get stuck in the grate that appears random.
I think you can, but you do get killed by a trigger hit.
Is it like, is the trigger hurt like one unit inside the edge of the grate, so that you cannot die if you touch it?
Ready?
Yes! Kill me now!
Back you.
So is it supposed to move or something? Oh yeah, nice.
Sound good? That... What? Why is there a klaxon going off?
You have 4 minutes left. Evacuate immediately. With
Oh, it's the final trap. Oh,
What's
of course.
happening? Are we supposed to die or something? Here's some music. That's a bit weird. Unexpected.
GG.